This song is so good. Also, good morning. Hi. Every day I wake up and I wish you were dead. Sorry. Please tell me somebody knows what that's from. Um It's so good. I'm sorry. I had to. I keep seeing clips of it. It's on my For You page. It's all I've been seeing recently. I didn't know you at all. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I didn't know you at all. Mm-mm. I didn't know you at all. I need to make some content with that song. Same as this one. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm, I go. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Allah Miki Abitanas. Allah Miki. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Allah Miki. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. 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 Allah making Allah making ventanas. Yalla, 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 yalla. Mm, 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 mm. And then we got our favorite song. I'm kind of figuring out what game I want to play. Ooh, I actually know what I want to play. Mm, mm, mm. Call it a dance. Call it a dance. Don't call it a dance. We'll call it a dance. Call it a dance. Call it a dance. Call it a dance. Whatever I think of doing. Call it a dance. OnlyFans ain't cutting it, honey. Breaks my heart. You gotta fuck for your money. For the twat, rich pussy in my panties, bitch. Your panties all been a bunch. Yeah, I could give them cunt shit, but I'm too busy giving them cunt. Cunt. Too busy giving them cunt. Giving them cunt. Me Loki trying to figure out what I want to play. I don't know what I want to play. I might do Warframe because I'm addicted and it's just going to be like a shorter stream because I have a meeting in like 5 hours. What have you done? I'm just having fun. Oh, I could play Val. Do I want to play? Hollywood. I don't know what I want to play. I don't know. Just having fun. Pink Pony Club. When I get you. West Hollywood. Me still not knowing what I want to fucking play. I'm indecisive. So, hey, OMG, love your your content. It's so nice to have someone representing us big fat bitches. You ate that literally. The plate to the tablecloth barely made it a great joke. Why are you still awake? Shouldn't you be asleep? Also, I got on today. I'm trying to figure out what I want to play. I was debating getting on like RP, but I don't think anything's gonna happen. Also had a little weird Not in Red Dead. So it was in GTA that I had like a weird interaction, but I had a really fun interaction. I'm go shut the fuck up. But yeah, so I I think I'm gonna do Warframe, but I'm also not really in the mood for Warframe. Like the addiction's still strong. Like we have 181 hours and it's been like 21 days. But that's like 8 hours a day, which is crazy. On average. That's like like 8.5 hours a day. 8.6. Lucky me. She's the ghost of Chicago. So, oh, but it's going down. It's like 8.5 hours. Yeah, like 8.5 hours a day. It's kind of crazy, but you said so. You're insane. Yeah, but I went in today and I ran into a character named Klaus, which is like Tannenbaum, Lady Tannum, girl, Lady Tits and Balls. Like I can't pronounce it. Lady Tits and Balls is like nephew, who I've heard the name Tannenbaum and but I've never like actually seen anybody like RPing with her, or I've never RP'd with her. But I hear from people that she's like really fun to RP with. But whoever Klaus is, who plays her nephew, so they're obviously like friends, I think. Really, 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 really fun. Actually had like a lot of fun being on, even though it was for maybe like a few hours. But it was interesting. It was an interesting reaction interaction. It was a fun one too. So we might get some Jameson streams. Or I might bring in a new character. I'm just kind of stuck with what to do with Jameson because I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not trying to like police others RP or anything. But there are only a few that I've actually like enjoyed my time with, and there's a lot of self-inserty types, which like to an extent sometimes I understand. Um, but like if you're not even gonna seek out RP or provide interactions, like I don't care if you're playing like a self-inserty type character, but once it becomes that you're kind of just playing yourself and not really like going out to RP with others or like have interactions, that's always strange to me. Um, and I know I haven't been around a lot, but that's what I saw when I was trying to be around at first. And I personally just couldn't get into that. And it was a little slow for me, which like is going to happen when things, start from the beginning. Um, but I am also going to preface this by saying that there are people who do know how to RP regardless of mechanics and stuff like that. And when people rely on those or are upset. Like, I understand being upset about certain decisions being made, but it's like, girl, just RP. Like, RP around it. Like, first and foremost, we're here to RP, and we're not here to play like a game that relies on mechanics. Like, if Warframe wasn't working because of a fucking thing, I'd be pissed, because I don't get on there to make up a story. If something's not working, that's the only, you know what I mean? In RP, we can go around something not working. It's literally role play. The whole point is it's like we're all kind of acting. And I feel like people are too quick to like complain, me being one of them. But like, so I'm not sitting here saying like, but like I feel like I love the interaction part of it, and I feel like people are less trying to seek that out than like sometimes like they want their character to be like the most respected or the most, and I'm like, that comes with time, but also just have interactions. Like, we're all there for that, and I'm not gonna sit there and like beg for RP. um which, like, as well, like, and I understand, like, I have been told, like, okay, well, adapt Jameson, change Jameson. It's like, well, my character, because I've said like it's kind of hard to go around and like RP as him, because people aren't necessarily receptive, or like they're not looking for stories, in my opinion. Again, this is my opinion. Um, I have a way I want to play Jameson. Um, I want his personality to be shy. I want to play him a certain way. That doesn't mean I'm not going to RP, but it is hard to RP like a quiet character. But not everybody can be loud, and not everybody can't. And there is a certain way I want to RP him, but like when that then just turns into people not even like trying to, it's like it's very hard to carry a situation as Jameson, because he's not the one to come up with stuff. But the second someone says something, he'll like, the way I do it is like someone will say something and he'll ask questions about it. Like, he'll be like, but I don't know what that is. Like, what does that mean? Or, and I keep like, and I'll make like stupid remarks, or like, and I'll be able to like, whoever the person who plays Klaus was, I had a really great interaction with. I don't know if they had the same, if it was the same the other way around, but I thought it was funny, and it was a really fun interaction. And I was not getting that from a lot of people. And I did get it from a few, and I've had really good interactions. And the worst part is people are like, we will just change the way Jameson is. No, I want him a certain way. So if I am going to RP, it's going to have to be with another character until things kind of, I don't know. Because the thing is, I've never had a problem RPing. And with the really good RPers that everyone's like, oh, I really want to RP with, in the servers, like, I've RP'd with them. And we've had great story arcs, and we've had great stuff, and it's like, because at one point I was like doubting my own ability to RP, because I was like, can I actually RP? Am I just fucking trash at this shit? But to be honest, I also play Sharon. Like, I have so many different types of characters. Like, I'm not to toot my own horn, but I can RP. So I need some bitches to step it the fuck up. Cause I can have fun. But if you just sitting there, like, I don't know, it's also like the whole shtick of like whenever on GTA, when it's just the old insults, like the straight men with like insults like to an old woman is just the fact that they're old, and then like, you're an old hag, like nobody wants to fuck you. And it's so strange, because I'm like, is the only value you see in it. That goes beyond. I'm just gonna not talk about that. But like, it's weird, and it's not RP. Um, I don't know. You just don't know how to RP because you're sitting there playing like a, I don't know. They don't know how to play a character, and it's weird. They're just kind of playing themselves or playing who they wish they could be. Straight men lack creativity with insults. Yeah, but it's like they're playing like a gangster version of them, and it's like not even a gang. Like, girl, they're trying to play like a drug pusher, and they're not even RPing. Like they're just being a cunt online. Baby, this isn't a COD lobby. Get on COD. You're RPing, which is like you're on role play. You're role playing. Like regardless of if you like you look at the role players being like, oh my god, they're so weird because they actually play a character. Babe, you're playing on those servers. Like you're still role playing. You're just actually, I think it's more cringe and more embarrassing that you're not putting yourself out there and having fun with it. Because that just means you think that we're going to sit there and judge you like a lot of people will, like outside of role play, which like a lot of people don't understand role play. Um, a lot of my friends don't even know I role play because, and not that they judge me, but like they would find it kind of funny because they'd be like, what is kind of wrong with you? Because it is like, if you think about it, like we're sitting there pretending to be different people, but it's like, I don't know. So I like really don't enjoy it when people don't even seek out stories and they're just kind of playing themselves and they're just chilling as if it's like any normal game. I'm like, girl, if at least get involved, do something. And also the best part is, I would have to say, it's fun. Like once you get in and you play a character and you're going all out, and sometimes I still get a little bit embarrassed because like sometimes someone will be like super and there's something stupid I'm doing, but I'm sitting there laughing the entire time. I'm sitting there having the time of my fucking life. And it's so fun. Like I enjoy it so much. And like Sharon was one of the characters that I sat there and I just giggled. I just giggle and it's so fun and I'm genuinely enjoying myself that it's like those type of things are fun and you will hear me like because in TeamSpeak there's a delay. I don't know how to turn it off. I know there's a way, but I don't know how. But there's a little bit of a delay when you press the button or whatever. So you can sometimes you'll hear me start to laugh or giggle because I I'm having fun. Like I'm enjoying myself and I think it's funny. So like and the best part I think about Jameson and the way I play him is I let people mold him. Like I will go with pretty much anything that you give me unless I like can't breathe out of laughter. Um so I just or it's something I'm uncomfortable with. But most of the time you can like people can literally take Jameson and do whatever the fuck they want and he'll just think, "Oh, this is normal." Like he's just clay essentially. And it's so fun to play when people actually sit there and they realize, oh, he's going to let me get away with anything. And I don't know. I just wish, because sometimes I feel like people are scared of like being judged by the others that they're role playing with. I'm like, girl, we are all role playing. And if someone is judging you for doing it, girl, they're on the same ass server as you and you're having more fun. So why the fuck are you feeling pressured to like, I don't know, I guess that comes from people wanting validation. Yeah, it's strange. It's such a strange thing that I've noticed. Um, and also for me, I just think starting from server to server to server was really, really demotivating. And like, I get the itch every now and then to RP. I honestly get the itch to RP a lot, but I get on and I'm often disappointed. And that could just be me. Like, I'm not saying that's anybody's fault. That honestly could just be me. And because I have a way I want to play Jameson and I don't want to, the issue is, right, is I can adapt, but I don't want to change his personality. Like, I fully don't want to change his personality. That is like then it just wouldn't be Jameson. And the issue is his personality is a little bit more shy, but I should be able to RP that with people giving something, but they just don't. But then I ran into two people who were great at doing that. Like, there are people like, we have Maribel, there's Cal, there's Indoor, there's Gapped, you like when you guys need to RP, you'll RP. Well, not when you need to. You are RPing. Like, and it's a little frustrating that like, and then people are like, but why? And it's like, well, the difference is, right? Like, Jameson's not gonna speak out and say stuff like he does sometimes, but he's often over, like, not overshined, but over, like, people talk over him all the time, which is the way I want to play the character. But it sometimes gets to a point where, like, people talk over him so much that, like, and well, no, they don't, like, we have an interaction and it's fine and it's fun and have that, but then when there's the people who just don't give, there's nothing I can do. But okay, here's the thing that like, I don't necessarily understand, right? Is they will see someone like your character, and assume that you're not RPing, if that makes sense. Because when you're being like non-emotional, that's not a fucking word. When she's not, yeah, when she has a little emotion and compassion, that's funny as fuck if something serious happens and Shirlene's like, okay. And they should still be able to kind of RP and bounce off of that because they know that you're like kind of like a less compassionate character. They should be able to bounce off of that. It's a character, right? And so that's what I try to do with other people. But then when they don't give me anything back, like at least with you, it'll be like, it's not even like a standard conversation. You'll like offer something. Because I can do serious storylines. I've done serious storylines. I've done fun and giggly shit. A lot of us have done very serious storylines. And I don't, to me, it seems like they don't, like, a lot of the times, it's not necessarily that they can't RP, it's that they won't interact with you because they don't think you're worth interacting with. That's at least what I've experienced, I think. Um, and it feels very strange. Because I understand there are people who stream and you might want to be a content creator, and that's completely valid. And, I completely get it. I'm also going to be very real though. And this is coming from someone who like, girl, I thought I was hitting partner last year. Um, those viewers will spike for a minute and then they will go. Then they will go. You might retain a good bunch, or if you are truly, truly, really, really, really entertaining and you are great. But if that's the way you RP and you don't think anybody else is worth RPing with because they don't have viewership or you don't see them beneficial to you in any way, that viewership will not stay. I'm not saying that that's what I did, but I also had other issues with Wi-Fi, etc., that I couldn't. But I RP'd with as many people as I could. I included as many people as I could, and that is something that I have tried to do continuously. So anyone who says otherwise, you're a liar. Sorry. Um, and there was a point in Frontier that I was essentially, it felt like I was begging for RP. It was so stale. That's what burnt me out so bad. It was so fucking stale. Um, and very much if that's the attitude that you go around RPing, then honestly, actually, no, you're not a good RPer. If you can only like, or just apply yourself with everyone because you'll have such more fun opportunities. And also, once someone sees, like, I notice it a lot is like when I do like when because a lot of the times I am putting in the effort because I am trying to get good interactions and fun ones because I'm inertly just trying to have fun and I want to giggle and I want to laugh. Um, you bounce off of one another. Once I start doing it, sometimes I'll see like when that person catches on, you'll see it, there'll be a shift in energy. There'll be a change and they start like bouncing off of everything that you're doing. They start like it, it. And the worst part is, and this might just be in my head, but it honestly felt like people only ever really wanted to RP with me when I had viewership. And that I think took a big chunk out of it too for me. Cause I was like, okay, these people like no longer want anything to do with me. Which I guess in my head it's like for me it's like, oh, I think that's like a me thing, but um but the fact that that's like a unanimous feel kind of feeling I've had with a few people is interesting. So, and to be honest, if that's the way someone sees my relationship with them is if I am no benefit to them, they don't want to hang out with me, I, or like be friends. I don't want to be your friend. I don't need you. I don't want you. And I don't know. Some of the fake ass excuses people give, it really pisses me off. But social media is my job. I know how it works. But when you're building more, like when you're disguising it as you're like building a friendship and building a relationship, that's when you get weird and very loser like. Because in a lot of situations, I have worked with people who it's truly just a transaction. and it's just for work. Completely valid. That is okay. But once you start building it in a way that's less of this is just for content, because a lot of the times you can still get along and be all right, but you both know you're working and it's work. But if that's the way, also with the little Twitch thing, because this is more of a hobby for me than anything, um, well, now it's purely a hobby. I've actually had so much fun streaming. Um, because I've been playing stuff I enjoy and I've, never didn't feel forced to play a game because that's where my viewership was. And that was very League of Me thing. And I understand my viewership has tanked. And to be honest, I kept saying that I was like okay with that and I was expecting it. I wasn't okay with it. I was upset because I felt like I failed. I still sometimes feel like I failed with it. But now, weirdly, because I'm actually enjoying myself and it's a hobby, I don't give a fuck. And Street Fight Apex, which is ugly. And like the thing is though, like if you're building a friendship with me or you start it and you start that transaction, well, it seems like it was a transaction to some people or it turns into a transaction, let me know because I don't want to put in effort to be your friend if you don't give a fuck. And I'm sorry, there is no weird excuse that you can't be in touch or people forget and people are bad at staying in touch. If that is your excuse for multiple friends, even though if you keep many friends, I keep many, and sometimes I do struggle keeping in touch. But that isn't just a personality trait. That's me being a bad friend. I just want to repeat that. That is you being a bad friend. If you rarely, if not never, reach out to a friend until they reach out to you, or when you need something for them, you are a bad friend. Sometimes if you forget or you don't like, I'm not saying like weeks at a time. I mean, I'm talking months. I'm even talking sometimes weeks if you are, you know, eh, and it's, I don't know. It just seems strange. Um, yeah. And like honestly, like it's all good if it is like a business transaction for you, that's fine. But like maybe make that clear with the other person. I feel like that's something you want. I feel like that's something to make clear. Um Because I see it a lot on Twitch in general. It's like a lot of the times then people will be like, "Oh yeah, like this is, love this streamer, like we play a lot of or they play a lot of games together." And they're like, "Oh, love them so much." And then they don't actually talk and hang out. And I see it a lot on Twitch. Like I see it a lot. And it's like I don't know. And the worst part is like I want to be able to, I guess, in a way, have an impact in terms of like I want to include people. I want people to feel included and I want to uplift others and I want to be more collaborative with other people, but also the way that people see they won't necessarily see me as me. It's like I also would love to meet so many new people on Twitch, and I've said this, and I do need to reach out to people and stuff. But it's also really hard because the way people view you are numbers. And I'm not performing well in a lot of people's eyes. And there are so many people I would love to like work with um and create content or potentially yes um build a friendship and make content while doing it. Like that's I don't know. I love collaborating with people. I love it. I can't get enough of it. I literally get off and I go out and hang out with friends and I go meet new people. I go do that. I am so social and my hobbies are me being social. I then get on for hours a day talking to a few people online. I will admit right here and now, I'm a bad friend, but it's a two-way street. No, but that's what I mean, right? No, but that's what I mean. Is like it's all right to forget, but it is a two-way street. Like they have to reach out to you. Yes. But if a lot of the times it's just them reaching out to you, right? So if I had been the only one just reaching out to them, then or like if I were the only one just reaching out to you, right? And then you just didn't respond and then that is you know, that would be on you. But like if they let you know being like, "Hey, like I have been reaching out and it's a little frustrating." Um they have to have that conversation, right? So like it doesn't just become like a I don't know. And sometimes yes, they do need to let you I would say sometimes it's important to let someone know, but also sometimes like it's important that we also hold ourselves accountable and yeah, we need to hold accountability and awareness because if also we are not aware, you know, at least knowing that you're not aware or not necessarily not knowing, but knowing that that's a problem of yours, it means it is something that you're trying to fix, right? Like and so if someone does let you know, it's like, "Hey, I'm sorry. Like I really struggle, blah 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 blah." And that's all right. But you know, if there's like there have to be conversations had about it, right? But also sometimes if then eventually after ages, like that other person doesn't reach out to you, I guess it does also go both ways. Like when they don't reach out to one another, it's just seen as like, because to me, I've seen it sometimes as like one of my best friends now, um, her name is Margot. I absolutely adore her, love her. Um, this year, we're 6 months into the year. We used to FaceTime every single day, and we have been friends for 5 years. Um, she does live in the States, but we FaceTimed like every night. We played Overwatch together. We played Apex together. We FaceTime literally every night. We watched movies. We so many things. So many things. And there just came a point where she wasn't responding as much. Well, at least it was just this year. Hasn't responded much, hasn't called, hasn't none of that. And I text because she's literally like my sister. And I texted her saying, you know, because on the 31st of May, 15 days ago, I said, "Hey, we need to talk because I don't know what the fuck is going on." Um, because on the phone call, I want to make it clear. See, here's the thing. I should be saying I made it clear on the phone call that I'm not going to continue putting in the effort if I don't see any effort from you, right? My texts, like if you look at these, it's really, really sad because I'm sitting here being like, "Hey, like, are you alive? Like, hey, what's going on? Hey, call me when you wake up." Like, and if she doesn't want to be friends with me, and we've had this conversation before, I was like, or at least about other friends where like I've stopped being friends with people, or eventually stopped being friends with people. And I've told her, I was like, if they didn't want to be friends with me, I wish they would have just said that. And she knows how I stand on that. And she knows how I stand on if people don't give effort. Um, and so I said, 31st of May, 15 days ago, 2 weeks ago, saying, hey, we need to talk because I don't know what the fuck is going on. I got a response that said, I'm sorry, I haven't been responding. We can FaceTime soon. I've just been chilling. Which means she's had the time. I responded, no response. She also has red receipts on, which means she's just not reading my texts because it doesn't call for red. I like now that I'm looking at this, I'm gonna send another text that says I'm gonna give you like a week to call and then I don't know what more to do. Um Honestly just feels like I'm trying to put in effort and not even receiving bare minimum back. If you need space, let me know. At least communicate with me. Because I was literally at a point like, see, that to me is a big red flag. Because personally, if I'm not even opening the text message, then that person's stress is. But that's what I don't understand is like, I don't understand. Like, we literally, the way we have communicated is something, right? And I called her. I didn't get a response for weeks. So I was worried something happened. Like I genuinely thought something bad happened, right? Like she's a T girl in like in a Republican state. Girl, like I was scared. And then we called and it was as if nothing had changed, right? And the thing is what worries me is I know how she works and the last time we called, she talked to me about stop being friends with two of her closest friends. And it's been like a pattern. She's been cutting her closest friends off. So that scares me. But it's like if you're not responding, you need to have a conversation with if someone's still trying to reach out to you, you need to have a conversation. That to me seems like there needs to be a conversation there. I feel like especially as adults and people are like, well, blocking them, leave them alone, I'm keeping my peace. If they've done something so bad and are fully unaware, I think you should let them know what they've done. Um, Communicate with them. Doesn't mean you have to be friends again. It just means you're communicating what they did. Or if it's you need space, you need space. And if they no longer want to be my friend, that's fine. But I'm going to give her a week to call to talk about it because I want to communicate. If that then isn't responded to, right? I'm no longer their friend. And that's how easy it is, right? Like, I've given more than a couple chances. And if they don't want to be friends, again, that's totally fine. But at least this is like, them then saying, no, like, I still, like, missed you. Sorry. Like, I've just been kind of busy type of vibe. I don't fuck with that. At least be honest. I don't know if this is okay. So I'm gonna give you like a week to call, and then I don't know what more to do. Honestly, it just feels like I'm trying to put in effort and not even receiving bare minimum. If you need space, let me know. If there's something I've done, communicate that. At this point,